Hello friends, Namaste. Welcome to Ayurveda. This is Dr.Aruna Patki, Doctor of Ayurvedic Medicine, and today we are going to understand in today's session what is the Constitution. I welcome all of you with your whole heart, with your whole presence here in our today's topic, which is very important in Ayurveda. Today's topic is Know Your Body Type. Body type means Prakriti. Body type means Constitution. Body type means what is your basic nature of the body. Body type means what are the biological forces that govern the body. So, the whole idea is that Ayurvedic medicine is based on the elemental therapy, elemental concept. The whole cosmos is present in our body in a smaller form, so we are replica of our nature. The universe is microcosm, it's gigantic, whereas we are microcosm. So universe is macro and we are micro, but we are same replica of the universe. The five elemental are the five elements, the Mahabhutas, the Mahabhuta concept in Ayurveda. These five elements that transform in our body in the form of three doshas. So the five elements, first let's learn about the five elements. The five elements are earth, water, fire, air, and space. I will repeat: earth, water, fire, air, and space. That means Prithvi, Jala, Teja, Vayu, Akash. These are the Sanskrit names of the five elements. So these are present in our body either in the combination of 1 to 2 elements or 2 to 4 elements. So Vata is a combination of air and space element, whereas Pitta is a combination of water and earth element. Water and fire element. Whereas the third dosha or the third biological humor, which is Kapha, is made up of earth and water. Okay, so this is a combination of five doshas, five elements into the three doshas. So why in Ayurveda, which is the ancient science, world's one of the oldest medical system, use these 5 elements for the holistic healing in the holistic approach. Ayurveda focuses on the whole mind, body, and spirit healing. Ayurveda sees a body very differently, and combining the physical body, the psychological body, and the spiritual body helps us to determine the constitution, determine the personality of our clients, of our patients in India. Friends, do you know what is the meaning of Ayurveda? Ayurveda is a science of life because it gives you the opportunity, it gives you the personalized touch to your mind and body and your soul. It's a science of life which guides you on so many different dimensions. Ayurveda, when we know the type of the constitution of the person, then Ayurveda guides us how to take care of our body type, our basic nature, our biological humor's prominency, so that if we know our body type, it will be easy for us to balance, to maintain our well-being. Ayurveda guides us to understand these logics of managing our physical health, our psychological health, our mental health, and our emotional health. These doshas are responsible for these different healths in the body. So, if you know your body type, and if I will help you to determine your dosha, if I will help you to know what is your body type, your basic constitution, then you will be able to manage your day-to-day healing, your day-to-day de-stress, your day-to-day happiness, which over the period of time will help us to achieve the optimal health, which over the period of time will heal us. Okay? So, where does this constitution comes from? Where is the source of this constitution? Where do I get this prakriti from? How do I get this prakriti? So, according to Ayurveda, the person's constitution, which is a biological force, is formed at the time of fertilization, at the time of connection of male and female seeds, that is called it as sperm and ovum. So it is an inheritant property. We inherit this property from our parents. So this is a gift from our parents. When our parents' health is balanced and they are happy, they are healthy, their physical, mental, emotional health is well, then these certain qualities transfer or transform in the next generation, in the baby. So the qualities, the intelligence in the mom and dad or in the parents continues and gets carried to the next generation, and whatever their harmony is present or disharmony is present in their body, that will continue to the next generation. So it helps us if we know our constitution, we can manage our environment in me, around me, so that our whole sensory organs also get balanced. We will be able to manage the health of our sensory organs. And I know we all know the 5 sensory organs. What are the sensory organs? Where do we find them in the body? Yes. The way we eat, the way we smell, the way we hear, the way we touch, the way we see the things, they are all connected to our sensory health. So managing the body type is like managing your sensations. Managing the body constitution, managing the prakriti is like managing your psychological healing, which is going to get to the body through the sensations, through the 5 sensory organs, which are very important in Ayurveda. So, here, generally, Vata and Pitta and Kapha, when we see their presence, single dosha presence or 2 dosha combination presence or 3 doshas altogether is seen very less. That means when a person is a single dosha dominant, single dosha, either Vata, either Pitta or either Kapha, or dual dosha dominance, which means 2 doshas together, either Vata Pitta, Pitta Kapha or Vata Kapha or Pitta Kapha, or the person, all 3 doshas together, like Vata, Pitta, Kapha, all together, we can see the 7 variations of body type in Ayurveda. Body type, 7 types. Single dosha 1, that means Vata, body type Pitta, body type Kapha, body type. Dual dosha 3, that means either Vata Pitta, Pitta Kapha or Vata Kapha, and that is 3. Single dosha 3, dual doshas 3, and one last is all 3 doshas together, which is a Sannipatik body type. That means all the 3 doshas are dominant in that person. Okay. Now let's see the Vata person and its qualities. When Vata is made up of air and space element. Because of this, Vata qualities are: Vata is cold, dry, mobile, light. Vata is is a mobile nature of our wind. It's an energy of movement. It's a very much the lightness in the body, the movement in the body, the connection, which is air and space, because space is all the way above, right? It's an emptiness in the nature, and that emptiness is filling with the Vata. Okay, so Vata people, they get very easily cold. They get very easily affected by the air. The cold air can create too much imbalance in the Vata type. Okay, and these people are generally their body weight and body height is a little disproportionate. Okay, Vata people has dry skin, dry eyes, dry body, dry tongue, dry sometimes the very common is like a dryness in the colon, and these people generally suffer with a lot of gases and a lot of history, like a lot of constipation, and that is what I have seen very commonly in my practice. Okay, so Vata people, they are not stable because of air. They are always immobile, they are always moving, they are always mobile, they cannot be stable. That's the nature because of the air in them and space in them, specifically the air element. Okay, so these people, they get very easily overwhelmed, they get very easily nervous, they are very fragile, they cannot stay focused very easily. Okay, Vata people, they cannot stay focused. Okay, because of their qualities like subtle, mobile, rough, cold, light, clear, dry. Because of that, they cannot stay stable. Okay, now our Vata, when it gets imbalanced, when our Vata gets weak, it creates anxiety, it creates forgetfulness, it creates unstable mood, it creates irregular appetite. It creates gases. It creates poor circulation, the peripheral circulation. Periphery means the out, like not the center or core of the body, the outside of the body, the peripheral part. They get when the vata is imbalanced, they feel restlessness, they feel unable to sleep, insomnia, they get very sensitive to cold, their digestion uh, is weak, they get their digestive challenges, they get like very much like they feel flatulence, fear, they feel palpitations, they feel restlessness, they feel too much weight loss, roughness, dryness, pain in the joint, pain in the body, irregular bowel movements, sometimes abnormal pulse, fear, um, the the sufferings with specifically people who has arthritis or joint pain or shoulder pain, that gets very easily imbalanced when the vata is weak with these symptoms, which are the vata imbalance sign and symptoms. Now, when vata is imbalanced, you can get certain kind of diseases in the body. Okay, and these diseases are like people suffering with the movements in the body. That means diseases like muscular spasticity, seizures, muscle restlessness or spasms, then the sound in the ear, tinnitus, headaches, insomnia, tremors, sciatica, arthritis, constipation, stress, dryness overall in the body, hearing disorder, pain. These are few of the vata imbalance diseases which we see commonly in our practice. Now, let's learn about our Pitta dosha in the body. So, Pitta people, these people are hot. Okay, Pitta people, they are generally hot in nature because Pitta qualities are sharp, hot, light, liquid, oily, and spreading. Pitta is hot, light, oily, sharp, liquid, and it spreads very easily because it has a fire. It's like a fire, right? We all know fire? Yeah? We all know the fire, right? Fire, like it spreads very fast, right? Pitta is an energy of transformation, energy of metabolism. Pitta is fire and water. So you will know that these people gets very hot. They get easily hot, and summer is a time that generally pitta type people, they do not like it, Pitta people have a medium build, they have medium build body. Okay, they are strong, they're leaders, they are athletic, they have goals, they are very competitive in nature, they're aggressive people. Okay, pitta type people, they're very aggressive, because they have, like, their strengths are, like, they are very strong desire people. They are very intellect intelligent people. They are very good into the self confidence. They are self driven. They are self determined. They have a strong desire. Okay. And they're very good with their skin is good, their hairs are good, and specifically their body mass or body weight and their height is like a kind of build very well. It's a good body build. Medium body build. So when pitta is weak in the body, when pitta is not balanced and pitta is imbalanced, then generally these they feel very hungry. They cannot skip the food. They're always hungry because their metabolism is very strong. you know they are impatient. They are very sensitive to the hot temperature, and they're very good manager. They can manage their work life balance. They are very good into their careers. But when they're weak, when the pitta is imbalanced, then they can get very easily the mood swings, and they can get prone to the conflict, and they can be very uh, they can be very angry. Pitta people gets very easily angry. um, and they're like, as we know, like pitta is fire and heat. So um, these people, it's very easy for them to wear all the time shorts, and it's very easy for them to keep keep their clothes cotton or short clothes, or they don't like a lot of clothes on their body because they're sweating a lot. So they like generally light clothes, and these people, they have like, they're they have like moderate medium body build. So they are not very thin or they are not very thick. Okay, they are not either mal nourished or less weight or they have weight loss, or they do not have a lot of excessive muscular development. So they are very nicely built people. They communicate very well. They have sharp memory. They have clear memory. They communicate very good. And the most important thing is, like, they're very passionate. They challenge themselves. They're very focused. They are very much into they are very much into the intellectual managing manager or high level jobs. So they generally like this kind of things, because that's their inbuilt nature, because that's their prakriti, that's like fire. Fire is like light, and fire is like, bright. So you can see that it's not a dense fire. It's a clear fire. So we need to understand that how the pitta people can be like this. What is their secret? And this is what their secret is, that they have the inbuilt fire in them. And that inbuilt fire makes them like that. But when our pitta gets kind of uh, that pitta gets a little bit too much, then we can see that 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 pitta people will suffer with heat, body heat, and with the body heat, we can see inflammation, skin diseases, acne. We can see, they're suffering with a lot of inflammatory diseases, or they can suffer with body, what do you say, hormonal challenges, because pitta governs the hormones in the body, so when pitta is imbalanced, uh, generally they suffer with giddiness, or they suffer with burning pain, acidity, acid reflux, GERD, which is gastroesophageal reflux disease. They suffer with yellow skin coloration. They suffer with like a loss of sleep, or too much anger, or they get very easily agitated. They get very easily hot flash. They get very easily bad breath. They get very thirsty. They are always thirsty. They are always hungry, and they cannot skip the meal. They feel the bitter taste in the mouth, and because of these signs, over the period of time, they can develop the diseases. They develop the pitta imbalance diseases, or because of the excessive pitta in the body, the these the pitta people, or pitta constitution, is prone to inflammation in the stomach, inflammation in the duodenum, inflammation in the pancreas, liver inflammation. They suffer with a migraine. They suffer with vertigo. Sometimes they also suffer with eczema, skin diseases, jaundice, liver challenges, liver diseases. They suffer with the inflammation in the mouth, inflammation in the pharynx, inflammation in the eyes. So they suffer with fatigue. They can suffer with also the smell, because of the sweat and that bad breath, So this is what the pitta constitution, or pitta prominency, brings in us. Okay. So pitta governs the pitta governs our hormonal system, our glands in the body, whereas the vata governs our nervous system in the body. So now let us learn about our third body, third dosha, which is our kapha dosha. Okay, so kapha is is a is a energy. Kapha, biological humor, or kapha dosha, is made up of, or is formed by, earth and water element. So kapha is earth and water element. Okay, so because of the earth and water element, this kapha is earth is stable, right? So kapha is stable. It's dense. It's cool. It's heavy. It's slow. It's gross. It's cloudy. It's sticky. It's smooth. It's oily also. These are the qualities of our kapha dosha. Okay, kapha is an energy which gives our body the structure. It holds the things in the body together. Okay, so now we understood that each dosha, you know, has certain things to offer for our body. Each dosha governs a specific physiological function in the body, and that is what the dosha are doing in the body. That's their job, that's their action, that's their function. Okay, so they're providing the lubrication. Kapha is providing lubrication, it's providing structure, it's providing the collectiveness, cohesiveness. So kapha is a energy of putting stuff together, and that's the primary function of physiology what kapha brings for our body. Okay, so kapha people, their body build is like they are heavy in nature. They have a good body build. They're not like vata and pitta. They're a little bit bigger in size. That's what their body um, looks like. They're dense. Generally, Vata is like a light, Pitta is medium, whereas Kapha is like a little bit bigger, thicker. Their height and weight proportion is a little bit out of order. You know, their bones are shorter and they are thicker. So their height is less and their body width is a little bit bigger, more. So Kapha people, they are slow, they are very easygoing, they are they are very stable. They are very loving people, they are caring people. They are very sweet people. um, they learn the things slowly, but once they learn the thing, they will not forget it for the rest of their life. Whereas Vata people will learn the things very fast. Okay, they learn quick, they forget quick. Whereas Kapha people, they learn very slowly, but they remember it for a longer period of time. That means their memory is awesome. Kapha people memory is very, very, very good. And Kapha people, um, as they are very compassionate, they are very loving people. They, they're, the Kapha energy, the Kapha dosha gives our body lubrication. It lubricates the joints. It hydrates all our cells, our systems in the body. Kapha brings like a protection. Kapha brings like the good health. It's a energy, it moisturizes our skin. Okay, so kapha body type, kapha constitution, or kapha body type people, they are they need to see very commonly that when their kapha can create some of the challenges when it is imbalanced, and certain challenges what kapha can bring for uh, our body, like certain very commonly seen imbalances. They gets very easily the cough, cold, productive cough. They get very easily respiratory challenges, asthma, wheezing, or runny nose, or they can get very easily sweet taste in the mouth. They are obese, or obesity can be very commonly seen. So kapha constitution or kapha imbalance or generally Kapha constitution people, they are prone to the goiter or bronchitis or sinusitis, or they gets very easily anorexia. They can be drowsy very easily. They can get the joint disorders because of weight and height challenge. They can feel very easily, like that that like they can be lethargic very easily. They do not like generally exercise, or they do not have the sometimes lack of routine. They like to sleep, like Kapha body type people generally like to sleep heavy, and as they they suffer with certain imbalances like this. um, the kapha constitution, kapha body type, people can easily get these imbalances in them, because kapha is a combination of earth and water. So kapha, um, um, they're very easygoing people. They like people, and their personalities, like they have good appetite, and but their digestive ability is low. Okay, they have the appetite good, they can eat more, but the work, the digestion, the energy of the digestion is very low in them, and that is why they cannot digest the food very well, and then it messes up the whole digestive system, and that's where they put on weight, and that is why kapha people are a little bit overweight. Okay, so balanced kapha is like, when kapha is balanced, or kapha, like, the body type people, they're like, calm people. They give forgives people very easily. They help others very easily. But when they are out of balance, they hold a lot of negative emotions. These people, they are very prone to hold the emotions, suppressed by emotions, um, and uh, they do not like injustice, with themselves and as well as with others. So we need to understand that. So this is like the way, how Ayurveda sees the constitution. Um, Ayur There are, like, as we have taught, 5 elements equal to 3 doshas equal to 7 body types. So remember this ratio. Okay, so constitution is is a it's a gift. We are born with it. It's a property from our parents. We inherited this property. So this, we are born with it. So there is nothing like we can do about our constitution, but which is not in our hand. But what is in our hand is knowing what is our body type, what is my body constitution. Okay, and then if we do follow the certain lifestyle, if we do proper care, if we do proper nutrition, proper food, proper way of living life, then we have a chance. Okay, then we have a chance to dive deep into our self knowing. We can help ourselves by knowing who we are, and then we can manage it better, we can manage it well, and we can stay happy, healthy by managing the act of our body and mind and our soul, so that they will get balanced. And when the mind, body, and soul is balanced, then we are fit, we are very joyful, we are happy, and then when it continues like this, then only we will be healthy. We will be healthy. Then only we will be healthy. And in Ayurveda, that is where it is a very important concept that we need to know what is our unique constitution. We need to understand what is my dosha. Who am I? You know, and these doshas, depending upon their body type, and they help us to create our personalities. Okay, so if you take care of your body constitution, if we see these qualities of different doshas, different body types, and they will help us over the period of time to manage our personalities, our sensations, our qualities, and that is how it is in Ayurveda mentioned that we need to follow certain food and certain lifestyle to manage our body type constitution. Okay, because certain food can increases vata, certain food can increases pitta, certain food can increases kapha in the body. Okay, so the food which is good for our vata body type, as the vata is dryness, just remember this simple logic. Then here we need to avoid the dry food, which is a raw salads, cold food, raw vegetables, frozen food, dried fruits, nuts, chips, popcorn, uh, this kind of food, bitter food. We need to avoid these kind of this food to balance our to keep our vata in a harmony. you know we need to eat this kind of food, so then only our vata will be balanced. What kind of food is good for our vata person? So vata can eat nice, warm, fresh, cooked food which is moist and warm, and food which is soft, like uh, like uh, uh, oats and rice and bananas and peaches and brown rice, and some of the lean meat can be okay for the vata people. Vegetables, cooked vegetables only, steamed vegetables, soupy form can be good for our vata. Now, when we know the vata has to stay away from the raw food. So vata means no salad. Okay, sorry to say that, but you need to understand the logic. Okay, you do not want to create a dryness or a dry volcano in you. The what do you call that? Sandstorms, I believe, right? Dry volcanoes. We don't want that. Pitta people, generally, Pitta should avoid the hot food, spicy food, heavy meat, heavy food, sour food, spicy food, hot spices. They should avoid that. Whereas Pitta people can eat the food which is like light. and cold and sweet and energizing. And Pitta people can eat the food which is non-starchy. That means not of a lot of starch, and not a lot of like a hot meat products also, because it brings inflammation and that kind of things very fast in them. Okay, so oats is good, grains are good, vegetables are good for Pitta people. Whereas Kapha people, so Pitta means hot less, okay, spicy less, okay. Whereas Kapha people, they have to avoid the cold food and heavy food and processed food and fatty food and full of nuts, a lot of nuts and too much heavy food. Whereas Kapha people can eat nice, uh, like fresh cooked vegetables, cooked grains, cooked the food, fresh food, and Kapha people can be a little bit okay with the spicy food, and they can eat fruits and vegetables nicely, and unprocessed food. Okay, a little bit meat, I can say, we can give it in the chart. So make sure, like, like the way we talked, vatas are always on the go, you know. Pitta, they are very hot tempered. Kapha, they're very calm people, you know. So make sure the even the activities, the lifestyle activities, which supposed to be for the Vata people, it should not be like a hip hop and Zumba and all of that, They need something which is focused, and which involves their mind, So like Tai Chi and yoga and walking and cycling, these are the good for our Vata constitution. Whereas for the Pitta constitution, the mid-afternoon sun or sunny weather or summer weather is hard, it's not really good for them. Then in that case, the Pitta people can do, like a kind of swimming and walking, avoid heavy exercises, boot camps, too much gym, too much boot camps is not really good for our Pitta people. It's too much hard, so they should have avoid this, because and they're always like naturally they're active, um, so team sports are good to go for our Pitta, kind of soccer and where they have a group activity, cricket and basketball, kind of that. Whereas Kapha people, they're very heavy, hefty people. So for Kapha people, it's okay to do Zumba, and it's okay to do some cardio, and it's okay to do some of the weightlifting, motivational lifestyle exercises, lifestyle changes. They can do like this. So these are the things, basic things with the constitution in Ayurveda. And once you know your body type, what is your body made up of, then it is easy for you to manage it very well, because creativity and flexibility comes with the Vata, whereas stubbornness comes with the Pitta, whereas calmness and joyfulness and the the lovingness, compassion comes from the Kapha. So, friends, understand the imbalances, understand the body type, understand the diet, understand the lifestyle, understand your emotion, your stress. They all can be contributing factors to create the disharmony in your basic nature of your body, in your natural equilibrium in your body, which is your constitution. Okay, the doshas becomes aggravated, and then they create the disharmony in its own unique way. Okay, so that's why you need to know your Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and their associated um, associated things which they brings for our body. And I hope you understood the whole concept of Vata Pitta Kapha and the body type and the type of people and what we see generally that the excess of these doshas or decrease in in these doshas can create the imbalance which over the period of time it continues, then it turns into the diseases. Okay, so this awareness is very, very helpful. Have the awareness of your body type, and again I will tell you that your constitution um, is your current state of your health. It's a current status of the balance, whereas vikruti is your current state of your imbalance. Okay, so know this, understand these logics, and take care of yourself. I hope this topic of Ayurveda, body type, constitution knowing will help you to take care of your life, be in charge of your life by doing Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, mindful eating, breathing techniques, proper hygiene, management of your stress by spending some time, not once in a while, but every day, spending the time every day managing your day-to-day life, your work-life balance, managing your all the routines, what you need to do in the social, in the family, with the relationships, everything you will be able to manage it very well. That's why Ayurveda says you just follow all of these concepts and you will be balanced, so that your dosha will be balanced, your body type will be balanced, you will stay close to your body type, your body type will be you are close to your nature, your body type, and that will help us to create, promote our health. And this is what the optimal health concept in Ayurveda is. I hope we understood the whole logic of body type, constitution, prakriti of the person. Thank you. This is Dr. Aruna Patki, Doctor of Ayurvedic Medicine, board certified from India, as well as a board certified TMB here in the United States. I am happy to share my wisdom of Ayurveda and yoga with all of you. Namaste. Please visit our website www.ayurvedahealingspa.com or follow us at Ayurveda Healing Spa Facebook page and Instagram Ayurveda Healing Spa page, as well as follow our YouTube channel Dr. Aruna Patki's Healing for Mind, Body and Soul Health, for understanding the secrets and logics in Ayurveda through the modern science as well as through the Ayurvedic science and yogic science. I hope we will see you for the next class. Namaste.